And welcome back. More D3Hoops.com classic interviews. We're trying to interview everybody from all 20 teams, coaches, players, etc. I'm joined by Ursinus' Jon Ward here, all of 6'10", as you can tell. And we're going to talk to him just a little bit here. First and foremost, obviously a tougher season than I think you guys really expected. Tell us how things are going from your point of view.
Definitely off to a bit of a slow start. We actually did kind of expect it. We have a lot of freshmen playing big roles on our team.
Sure.
We have 2 starters and one who's our backup point guard.
Yeah.
So we kind of expected it to be a little bit difficult. We kind of went into it realizing that we're gonna struggle, but we just need to kind of use the first 8-10 games to kind of get us tougher, get us accustomed to things. I mean, we started the season with 8 straight road games.
Right.
Coach did that on purpose, kind of try to toughen us up. We played a national schedule. We played good teams. We didn't really play any, easy rollover schools that were just going to bolster our record.
Yeah.
So we kind of went into the beginning of the season realizing that we might take some losses. It's going to be tough overall record-wise, but what really matters is our league record. And right now we're 2-3 in the league, which is perfectly fine with us.
Obviously a league that features Franklin Marshall, which has gotten the headlines a lot recently for varying reasons, and obviously most of them good. But it's also kind of one of those quirky conferences. Trips to McDaniel aren't easy. Trips to Washington College aren't easy. You're 2-3 now. How do you see the conference unfolding from your point of view the rest of the way?
It's very up in the air. You can lose every conference game. None is a gimme.
Yeah.
You can lose anywhere. Anyone can beat you at home. Every team's tough. I think that it's going to be, other than F&M, who's obviously has been the best team in the league here the past couple of years. We felt good when we played them. We just really didn't execute offensively. So we have a pretty good feel on them. But other than that, I think it's kind of a wide open league right now. I think any team can also beat them. They can be beat in the playoffs. They can be beat in the regular season. So we just got to kind of take one game at a time. I think that if we continue to trend in the direction we're trending, I think we're going to be just fine. Our last 2 league games that we won, we started 0-3,
right,
and now we're 2-3. The last 2 that we won, we played very well. This was kind of a huge step back. We did not play well today at all. I think if we would have played the way we've been playing, it would have been a much better game. But I think we're going to continue to trend in the right direction and continue to take steps forward, and I think that's going to be fine.
You talk about today's game, played Ramapo 83-58, the final. I saw frustration on your part, certainly inside. It seemed like maybe a little bit more physical game than maybe were you guys anticipating, or were you expecting maybe a little bit more help maybe to not be as physical?
No, we expected, that was part of our scout, was that they were going to be physical and that they were going to pressure us. Not just for me, myself, but for other forwards. We just kind of had trouble with their pressure. It was tough to find guys inside because their pressure on the perimeter was really tough. It wasn't easy just to catch and throw to the post. So I think that played a big role in it. And because I think once we got the ball inside to all of our forwards, we got to the foul line, we got baskets. So I think once we were able to get it inside, we did a good job of fitting our game plan, getting to the free throw line, not kind of just shooting floaters, going to the basket. But it was really kind of difficult for us to get it there in the first place. It was difficult for us to drive just because their pressure defense is kind of what their MO is. So that's what made it tough.
And you'll get a day off, and then you'll take on Skidmore, hoping to split the Classic. You're a junior at Ursinus. A little bit of an interesting story on how you got to the Bears. Tell people about it. It may not have any appreciation for it whatsoever.
It was just a long ride all through high school it was Division I.
Yeah.
And you have people telling you that, and you expect that out of yourself. And when you have people telling you that, you kind of consider it to be like, oh, if I don't do that, it's a failure.
Sure.
And it was depressing to get that to happen. I had some stuff that was there, and then it was gone. A couple offers on the table, and then some weird stuff happens, and it was kind of disappointing. But looking back on it, not just from a basketball standpoint, just from an academic standpoint as well. I love my major. I love my professors. I like the community. I love every single one of my teammates. We all live together in the same house. It's a great kind of. We spend a lot of time together. I started right away as a freshman, which you
a lot of pressure.
Yeah, you could have looked at it as. I think I would have much rather have come here started, have an impact, be hopefully a national spotlight player rather than go and ride the bench at a Division I school. And then, like I said, just the other things besides basketball and besides personal accolades. I mean, that really doesn't matter that much when you look at the big picture. So when it comes down to it, your teammates, your coaches, couldn't ask for better on either of them.
And for all of you out there who are not aware, you hear that a lot from guys who had mid-major opportunities or even high D1s who decided to go D3 and have an impact right away instead of riding the bench for a long time. Before we let you go, obviously we're in Las Vegas. Lots of people have different plans, have different opportunities. You don't get to come here all that often, at least when you're in college, unless it's on spring break, which is we'll get into. But what would you like to see? Have you guys seen? What are you planning on doing?
Well, obviously, we're NCAA athletes, so we have to
you got to be
ourselves,
good. Right, exactly. You got to be good.
Proper manner. But yeah, we plan to see the sights, get a lot of good. I know we have a good amount of free time to bond as a team, and hopefully we just enjoy it, take it in, because who knows, you might never come back.
You said this was a step back against Ramapo. What will you implore on your team, you think, to make that step forward against Skidmore?
We just need to focus, execute, and personally, I got to rebound a little better.
Very good. Jon Ward joining us from Ursinus. Certainly appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much, and we'll have more reports here from the D3Hoops.com Classic from Las Vegas throughout the week.